Yay! I think, yeah, I don't know. It should be working. But anyway, hello everybody. I'm sick, cough cough. But Dungeon 200 must go on. Pain and suffering must continue. Um, last we left off, you guys were being kind of not put, but like you kind of got kidnapped a little bit. The guy you're working for, yep, house and a job, and he's giving you the opportunity to go back to your homeland, which is very sweet of him. Whether he's doing this out of kindness or malice is really up to you. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much where we left off. No, you know what I mean. It's that this is what happens when I get sick, and it's very unfortunate. Um, I don't know. Anyway, gosh, okay. So, as our favorite pair of adventurers have a very big issue ahead of them, we are going to go back a little bit. And is there anything that we want to cover before we set Mittens off on a journey with a guard and see how that one plays out? Yeah, yeah. You'll be gaining some rations and a little bit of spending money. Just two silver. Yep. Yeah, no, it's not metagaming. You have a few options. It was a day trip. So we'll be gone for 4 days. You'd get there the fourth day. I mean, back to you or back to the house? Yeah, then the fourth day. Somewhat, I would say a very lavish house. I mean, it's just you and him. Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Fingers crossed. Our home is relative. All right. So, Mittens, you depart with Lilith on a very rickety bobsled. It is drawn by a beastly wolf, and the guard is the one at the reins. Um, he's very burly looking. He has cuts from the tip of his fingers all the way up to his bicep. Um, he has a very thick Russian accent. Um, and he just tells you, "Excuse me, sir. We have a few things that we need to take care of. You're going to be away for how many days?" Okay, I'll make sure that the arrangements are done. So you continue just cruising along the ice and snow. Uh, he halts the sled briefly and wanders off into the snow. You see, he's left a letter for you. It has your name on it. Do you want to open it or do you want to leave it alone? Yeah, addressed to you. So you crack it open, and it has some very worrying details, as it's mentioning mainly just your past of being a traveler and having a lot more information than you'd care to disclose. The main thing that catches your eye, though, is the contract of being bound to the guy that you're currently working for, as it is a nearly 15-year contract, which you're not willing to work. And it has details that Lilith is more than capable of not being part of the contract, as she hasn't been mentioned once throughout the whole time looking through your letter. And as you get to a very interesting bit, the guy comes back. He's like, "Oh, my bad. I meant to give that to you earlier." but it isn't of no importance. Shall we continue? I needed to go use the restroom. Yeah, no, you're good. So you continue forward, and you finally make it to what seems to be the town, but there's this checkpoint that has been newly erected, and you see another guard covered in the same plate and has this sort of badge on his left chest, and they let you in. And you're finally back in town. Everyone sees you and is happy to see that you're alive and fine. And where would you like to go first? Straight home or yeah, Lilith's not Lilith, my gosh, Garrison's mom is happy to see you. Gunther's mom is happy to see you. No. So you explain everything, and she's completely worried, and there's nothing but tears and sobbing. She gives you a hug, and she's like, "Are you going to be all right, or what's the what's the next steps?" Okay, that seems fine. Um, and are we sure we're not gonna cause a war by doing this? I guess that is fair. Can't negotiate with big higher ups when it comes to that sort of thing. Let's go then. I guess. I should pack our things as well. We don't really have a lot though. So after a few minutes, you do hear a knock on the door, and you hear your friendly Russian guard, and he says, "Excuse me, um, is anyone home? I was told this was the residence that I was supposed to be guarding." She shrugs. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, dude, okay. Uh, you open the door. She panics, and like ducks under the couch. Lilith. He's the Russian guy's like, okay. I'm glad to see that you're okay. Um, I have another letter. It, what do you mean? How do you say? Message sending stone. That's how you say. So he hands you a letter. I'll be in pub if you need me. I need drink. You open the letter. It is from your employer. He said, "I'm sorry to, hand you and drop you off such, you know, damning information. Um, but if you need to stay, or if you'd like to, you know, make your exit a little more cushy, I would recommend telling the guard to head back and say that your death was inconvenient at the most. And if there's any other concerns with your friend, I have plans for him. A letter that was received via sending stone. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. I mean, you could always ask the guard if you can send another letter in response. All right. So you walk into the pub and you see the guard is hammered. He's like, "Oh, I know it's only been 2 minutes, but I've haven't let loose in a long time. You know, we're not allowed to have beer in old country. It is bad." Yeah, mainly yes. Being drunk occurs, mm, not like the status. No, I would say drunk is more like being poisoned. Oh no, I think well. I think well. Oh my gosh, is it raining mittens for you? Yeah, it's raining over here. I'm so sick of it. It's supposed to be the summer, dude. Why does it always rain when I'm here? Georgia. Anyway, um, no. Um, so what is your response? Oh, no, I do not know it was in lighter. Oh, so you okay. I was told that this might happen. And he gets up and he stumbles a little bit and he says, "Okay, friend, let's have a walk. If you don't mind, of course." So he stumbles and he tumbles a little bit and he says, "Friend, I'm not from country, if you must know. I was born here, and the kind man, he helped me quite a lot. My family was struggling since we did not have enough money to afford food for the 1 year long winter. And I went out one day and I lost a lot. I lost a lot of food, and my family was going to starve. So I went up country, hoping that I would find something. And the kind human man, he said that if you need food, I need a favor. And of course, I had no other option. So I helped the man, and he helped me quite a lot. He gave us food, a house, a place to live. He's a very kind man. So I can understand. You were not meant to be caught up in this business, were you? I'm so sorry. This country, it is put under lock and key. Uh, I'll help you out, of course. No crime or issue. I just would say it isn't terrible, but I feel like if you stay here, it's going to be a lot more problematic. You've already heard the talks of war. Yes, only everything is going to get far worse from now on. They're they're planning a how do you say? Do you speak okay. I must ask an infernal friend then. Um but it is oh perfect. She speaks infernal. Okay. So you walk back to the house and Lilith translates for you. Um direct quote by the way. The bright blue light of siphoning gas. Of siphoning gas. Siphon in the ass. Anyway, he says it is very dangerous. It will kill you in less than 4 or 5 minutes. We have nothing to protect against it. We've been trained to withstand it for up to 10 minutes, and after that you must be pulled out. But that is as much training as we've been receiving so far, and they plan to release this in this little village and let it spread. So this is all the information I have. I hope I can do more. Did you want to anything else, or was that it? Hmm. Yes, that is correct. But if you need like proper non in game me rambles, they have a magic gas, so to speak. It technically is an element. Huge. It's a huge element. It's spaced out far, like chemical compound wise, but it is very huge. Self replicating, even. Yeah, no, this one's a difficult one. Yes, I have a wife back home. I don't want this to end in terrible death. There might be one, but it revolves around the use of no more magic, and I do not want that. The killing of magic. And of course, I don't want that. That is my youngest daughter. She really wants to be a magician when she grows up, and she's very special to me. And I want that to be a future she can have. Of course not. That's not an option. Magic is life, and if you kill life and magic itself, it one can only go so long without the other. That is okay. Should I allow you? Should I send a message? Okay, we'll get him over here as soon as possible. I wish you the best, of course. You too, little Missy. You stay safe. So he walks back and he asks if he can take some of the crab meat that you guys still got left over. He walks back in the snow and you don't hear from him again. Brizzle, you're up. Um, the first day of being in the mansion, or I meant, what should I call it? Not like a mansion. It's like you know what I mean, Mittens? It's like the average, like overpriced, upper middle class house. An average upper middle class house. Um, 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, a basement. Um, I forgot his name. Dagnabbit. I have it in notes too. Hold on. Was it Freer? I can't remember. Sweet Jesus. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm gonna call him Freighter from now on. I guess I'm gonna write that down here. Uh, Freighter. He is this old human man, or old in the sense of age, young looking. Um, yeah, you're 30. He's 50, but he looks like he's 32. He says, "Of course, welcome to my house. I have not a lot of things to do. Of course, if you know how to read and write, I have a few letters to send. I already left the details and everything on a sending stone in my office. Feel free. But as for now, I have council meetings to go to, and I won't be back. Um, for supper, I don't mind. Just make anything that's in the free the the ice box downstairs. Um, what else is there? I need flowers for my wife, but that's for tomorrow. Um, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Town, I we don't have a flower bed anymore as after um it doesn't matter. I just need to put them by the grave, so I didn't have enough time to. But yeah, right around dinner. So he walks, he waves you goodbye, closes the door. The As he closes the door, the echoes from within the halls of this very empty house really do reverberate. It's almost like you can feel the loneliness in the halls. Hmm. Hmm. So you check his room, very underfurnished. There's practically only a bed in there. Like I know you peek. Yeah, yeah, completely unfurnished. It's just a bed. Um, you go into the study. There's barely anything, and all the guest rooms are very lavishly furnished. There's lamps. There's paintings of very artistically well crafted paintings. There is a planet painting, a alignment of the universe painting where it has the each plane very well documented and graphed on the wall. There is a cartography painting that is completely inaccurate, but it is very well crafted. Mm-hmm. It's completely wrong. It's saying that the that continent is tiny and then the other one's huge and frightening. Um, and in one of the guest rooms that really piques your interest, there is a full set of uh, Eric, Eric I'm gonna butcher this, Ericalcum, Orichalcum, Orichalcum, a very rare metal. And in the last room, there is a owlbear rug on the floor. Yeah, it's the second floor. They're all ensuite bathrooms except for the last two. Um, there is a basement. Um, Downstairs, there's only the kitchen and the what's you might call it, like the pantry, dining room, pantry. Thank you. Um, Not much. There, there's chicken. There's fish. There's a few bits and pieces of greens and vegetables, and not many spices. You go downstairs in the basement, and you see that there is a what you call it, not a light switch, but like the pulley thingy, like for like to turn on the lights. The yeah, there's one of those. Right, you pull it, and you see every corner of the wall is covered in these like deep, detailed notes. they're all in common, and they're wrapped around like with red string, and they're put in the wall. Conspiracy boards. Mm-hmm. Where you're standing. Nope. It's just kind of random evidence, and it's really incoherent to you because one thing's mentioning dates and times and events that you've never heard of, like Kalakia, it, which is like a northern festival, and then one thing does catch your eye as you're making your way down the stairs and following all the papers. There's they start at the stairs and work their way down. And there's lots of red pins the further you go down until you reach this web of red pins and red string, all leading to this one magnum opus of evidence in it. There's a single string going straight down into one pin of paper, and it's something that kind of you haven't understood and haven't experienced completely, but it mentions something of a world generator. It's only been 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, it's the early morning. Mm-hmm. All right. So after reading thoroughly through all of this, you encounter a bit of a snag as some of the information doesn't line up with this main head title. Um, there's mentions of frost that takes and consumes bodies, and then other mentions of magic being displaced in this area specifically and not working in the way it should, being deemed as dangerous and soon being outlawed within the state, or I should say country, but mm, outlawed. Hmm. Uh, Due to it being hidden and people not being allowed to roam outside and therefore cast magic outside. Uh, there, there's lots of papers covering it up, and then there's other papers denying the evidence of magic going wild, air quote, and doing things that it's not supposed to. Then there's occult claims where there's mentions of deep-seated cults within the government that use magic anyway and use it to kill other people and silence other people. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. So you check the time and you see that you gotta get going, as you definitely would like to put a pin in some of this research. Hmm. So you head into town and you feel a very wonderful sensation, as it's not quite what you would have expected, as it's very cold, it's very dry and arid at the same time. A very, what's the word? It's a very sharp cold. And the people in the market, there's only like 4 or 5 people outside, as most of them are huddled inside asking for food and sorting it out. One man taps you on the shoulder and he's like, "Ah, you seem like you like very fine cuisine." No, 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 no. Come with me. You like food. You like food. You must eat. You're looking skin and bone. Come on. Come on. You skin and bone. Oh, no, 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 no. You must eat now. Food fresh. I just made. No. The food. Yeah. No. But he's being fully honest. Oh, you must come and see, friend. This dish is something extraordinary. You can't get it anywhere. You leave money at table. No, no need, no need. Come. Hmm. Okay. So you walk on back with him, and you go through this very dim and very dark alleyway, and you see a little nice candlelit dinner with just one candle, and honestly, some very piping hot spaghetti. He says, "New food. It's not from around here. I only got just imported, and I don't know if how it tastes. I like taste. I like taste. But please tell me, how does it taste? Survival. Perfectly fine. It's not drugged, but there is something suspicious about the whole situation, of course. Oh no 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 no! I no charge. I no charge. Oh yes yes. Many people come and eat my food. It very good, very good. Nobody is looking, and there's only like 2 or 3 people. Here, I can go make my own plate, and I'll bring outside. Hold on. So he brings a big old pot. Oh, okay. Yep. Um, with your key, you sense there are a few more people in the area, but only in the buildings. More hostile. They're hostile. I'd say that. Only two. Not that's excluding him. Hmm. So so okay. So you sit down and he brings out the pot and he puts down the plate and he's like, "All right, let me get to eating with you." And he drops the pot and he's like, "How do you know? Who told you? You part of the government?" Okay, 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 okay. We sorry for picking you up. Okay, let me drop the act. Okay, we give food to poor residents, right? Okay, and we just check if they are aligned with the government. Okay, are you okay with the government? That is all we need. I was going to question you over dinner, like like fugitive. Yeah, you sense fear, pure pure adulterated fear, the one that gets like a yellow lantern's ring going. So we ask questions for the government to make sure everyone is aligning and happy with government. Okay, all right. We sit down and eat, or you say you're not hungry. What is okay? He sits down and you can see he's shaking, trying to eat his spaghetti, and he says, "Okay, so so how do you feel about the current war? War good, right? Yes. Mm. Yeah, very true. Very true. And you see he's eased up a little bit. Um, so do you feel as if this conflict can be avoided, or is there a necessary step as a citizen that you may be willing to take? Is there a necessary step that you as a citizen would feel willing to take in this conflict? Ah, makes sense. Makes sense. No, I must go to war. Thank you. Thank you very much. Um, no, if you need flour, let me give you some. He heads into his shop and he brings out a bouquet of flowers. Bouquet of purple and yellow flowers. Well, that will only be one gold coin. Oh, thank you, thank you. Lord, stay safe. He does assign to you on his chest, so he leaves a 2 on his chest. hmm So after lunch and having a near encounter with the government, um, you go back in the house, and are you gonna write those letters? hmm So you see in his study in the second floor, there's this contraption he's made that is a oscillating, um, what's the word? Oscillating carousel of sending stones that have this little that are held in place with like little silver yeah, like carriers, and you can spin it, and they're all sorted by alphabetical order, and their names are like glowing on the what you call it, like on the front of it. So like you can pick up a stone, and it has the every all the information you need. Yeah, there's a paper, and it says please write a invoice, and second, contact your friend if needed. They'll only be read by the guy that sired you. They'll be read by Freighter and Mittens, and that's it. All right, all right, Abigail. Yep. You have a letter from Abigail, and she's requesting 52 gold for a project. Nope. Accept or deny. That's your job. You have to accept or deny. He's completely fine with you doing these. His. Yeah. You can say accept or deny with plus the note. hmm All right. Uh, second one sent uh, by Chappie Lorefield. They're requesting 30 gold for a province party. There will be food and catering for this event. It will be used for boosting morale and providing food for those who are unable to receive some during this time. All right. Third one, a very gruesome letter of ransom needed. So, uh, Lorelai needs money to pay off a ransom notice as her son has been taken in from the government and he did commit the crime of murdering three people, but it was completely justified. Requesting 200 gold. Mm-hmm. Yep, yep, he did do it. Yeah, they did not specify the justified reason. He has not. He has not left you with anything. Would you like to lead this one? All right. The final letter. Uh, Uzuma, a native entertainer, would like to take funding for $450 or 450 gold to replenish the caravan passing through their city, passing through your province. In exchange, they'll pay back 250 as soon as it's given. Yes, and they're passing through. They're not from the continent and they're passing through, or they're from the continent, but not your province. 450 for 250. All right. You're near evening. Only like an hour or decent standard, I would say 2 hours. You got 6 hours. That's it. You've already done all your tasks for the day besides cooking a meal. All right. Mm-hmm. Got it. S- you find some information of human trafficking. There's been a lot of magical creatures that have been deported, so to speak, in races that don't fit a certain mold. They're moved from one province to the next until eventually they are kicked out of the country or kept underground for God knows how long. There's a constant expelling of this horrid smell and or gas that's in the air. It smells like rotting fish. Like the which one? Yes, there are a few. There's one detailing the origins of Floor 11. There's one detailing the origins of Floor 22, and there's one detailing a party that went missing. There, mhm. There was one band of adventurers that were not quite dead, and this was, of course, before they implemented the ranking system to allow us to know when people leave the dungeon. It was unfortunate due to them not coming back, as they definitely, once again, I may repeat, we still receive sending stones from them. We're not sure if they're dead, because they're, of course, still able to send sending stones. Um, we're unable to find their location, as they constantly tell us that they're sending messages from floor 20, as they've been stuck for months. This one was this one was written a long time ago. Floor 20. Mm-hmm. That was the yeah, that was the boss one. Kind of like the Sin oh not Sinraku, wrong guy. Like the freaking solo leveling guy. That it's that sort of level. Got a ancient knight trying to kill your ass. So I can understand why. I mean, he's not that difficult. Mm, okay, this is okay. Would you like to hear anything about Run? Is actually the real question. Mm-hmm. All right. One detail is quite interesting, as you hear that the a bugbear has been shipped off, obviously, to the dungeon and was able to come out unscathed and even far more powerful, and has now been traveling through the mountains trying to become even stronger. And due to his party not completely dispatching, but most of the party members dying during the extraction and the what you call it, the expedition through Dungeon 200, their party has become one of the most infamous parties and has been now put under the guise and supervision of our intel spies within the closest villages in the area. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yep. This is your a different continent. It's close though. Don't get me wrong. It's like you know how there's Russia and like everything under it. You guys would be in Russia, and he's somewhere around there. Any mountainous continent. He's close. Don't worry about it though. He is close. Gosh, I need somebody to draw a map. When I get a job, I'm gonna be like, hey, can you draw this map, please? I need help. I can't draw. Exactly. But I want to change the map so often. I need to keep retconning until it's perfect. It must be perfect. Added to the party, yeah. There's only bits and pieces. Nothing too significant. After. They don't have anything much on your past. Which is a good thing. Good thing in this sort of situation. Um, there are bits and bobs about Mittens, but it's mainly detailing his cybernetics. They know that you have a robotic foot and a switchblade tail. They know about the tail, but they assume and they think, because this is not a thing. They think that you have like robotic ears. Yeah, so they think it. It's something they have inaccurate. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You look around town and you can tell this province is definitely more prosperous, even though it is a very dead feeling town. Um, you do go and ask the guards to let you through, of course, and you just see that you're not surrounded by ocean anymore, as the ocean has frozen over, of course. But if there was water, you would be up to probably maybe your toes. And there's only water. Like there's the gate and a little bit of sand, and then there's water. Right on the shore. And of course, you could walk and see how much water, not water. hmm Oh, okay. So as you're making your way up the tower, you hear very angelic singing. The top of the tower. There is a little girl singing and swinging her little feet off the edge of the tower. Pretty tall. You're half sure she doesn't have a key. All right. Would you like to interact or continue watching? You are right where you're at the top, but you're not visible as you're hiding under the stairwell. S- Stealth roll. Oh, okay, you pass. Darn. hmm Beautiful landscape. It's honestly surprising a military state would prioritize housing this much. Mountains, only mountains. And then there's, of course, the shore, but mainly mountains. hmm But if you look like right from where you're currently standing, you would see another. So there's you'd see a bunch of houses under you, and then to your right and left, you see other provinces and just huge buildings and, you know, the like. Yeah, but they're huge provinces. You're a tiny province. You are small. Negative. It's a negative. You got enough space. Yeah, you're fine. You don't lose anything with interacting with the child. I mean, I'm glad that you're paying attention to my playing style, but just run with it. Oh, the child blows up. I'm joking. Uh, I would do that anyway. Um, you just cough, right? And they want to get your attention. Yeah. Uh, hold on. I got the juice. I think maybe, or maybe not. Yep. Uh, hold on. Getting whipping out the voice changer. I actually didn't check this one. Does it sound bad? Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Uh, my voice is way too low. Uh, let's try this one. Okay, maybe. Yeah, sure. What's your question? What's your good? Yeah. All right. They're just looking forward. Good morning. Thanks. And okay. Thanks for leaving the door open. Yeah. No, you're good. I forgot. Oh, so she just continues kicking and singing. Oh, hello there. The only thing I'm allowed to do. Yeah, I'm not quite sure myself. A while. Like I said, it's the only thing I'm allowed to do. The person who made me, they died. I was made for the pure thing to sing. That was it. Yep, it's that sort of thing. Kind of, sort of. It's like, have you heard like a clay soldier? It's kind of like that. It's a golem with the like, what's the word? Okay, so it's like if you wrote a prompt into ChatGPT. That's basically their whole existence. It's like a Mr. Meeksies. You can. It's been a hard program. So the its race is a custom race that I made. So it's a thing. So like it's like a, how do I explain? Goodness grief. They work because they have a specific core within them. It only emanates magic, but it's not like soul or spirit or anything. It just keeps them moving. So if they need to do their task, it's like electricity. So if it just keeps them moving. And once their task is fulfilled, they're able to stop existing. And yeah, yeah. But this one's a little more specific, so it's still never done. Sing until I enjoy it. And I've never enjoyed singing. Oh, wait, I didn't have my voice changer on. Oh, gosh, you should have told me. Okay. The pitch, the way I sing, no band. I have nothing with singing. Oh my gosh. You have instruments? I would I would appreciate that. Gosh, this is gonna be terrible sounding. So she sings, roll me a performance. Well, you know what? No, it's me. Oh, you filthy 20. Anyway, um, she a slutty 20. That's what we're gonna call her from now on. She begins singing, and it's a tune completely unfamiliar to you, and it's what she's singing from the heart, or the lack thereof. Um, you begin playing your bagpipes, and this almost beautiful duet continues. She's able to back up the bagpipes in a way that most people can't, and then she disappears as you have look over and you see that there is a crystalline core. Mm-hmm. Mm, There might be instructions in the basement. Nope. A very beautiful symphony. You spent 3 already. You got 3 hours to cook. Mm. All right. So hold on 1 second. Back into my computer. Oh god. Okay. So there is a lot of information on these cores. Um, they have been completely outlawed in the country as they see creating human life very dangerous and, of course, in a non-organic way. As they're able to reason and have deep, complicated feelings. They're not classified as golems or anything that could be a part of the working class. Yeah, at least here. And you find a little more information that each core is completely unique. And once they are created, they have this sort of Valhalla. So they're brought into existence, and then once their task is done, they get promoted to a higher place and state of being, and then taken back and forth. And they graduate each time their task is fulfilled. Would you like to know the name? Elysia's Core. It's the one that you're gonna have to make. E. Hold on, I just saw it. Here we go. Eliza. Yeah. Did I forget? No, I forgot an H. Elazaha. Elysia. Elizaha. I forgot the H and the A. Goodness gracious. Elysia's Core. It's like a golem core. I don't know. This one was the most screwed idea I had for a campaign. It was so great. No, you don't want to call her to help you make food and cut the time by an hour. I mean, two people working in the kitchen. Now I'm saying you can have your friend help you make, food in the kitchen. I mean, you're in their house. They're fine with magic in their house. If you want to, you don't have to. There weren't many. I know what you mean. Oh, mittens. All right. Gosh, I can't believe I actually know a guy named Almendinger. Almendinger. Oh, mittens. Would you like a little bit of free promotion? Your esports team. Hmm. Swanky. I don't know what things I've been working on besides trying to get unsick and getting settled into the American life. Um, it's terrible, man. It sucks. And the thing is, I love the Great Pumpkin. The Great Pumpkin always provides. He does. Shh, shh, shh. Don't you dare disrespect the Great Pumpkin. But uh what's the word? Oh, that's the um so like yeah, I forgot. Oh, I'm gonna get back into streaming once I'm done with my cold and I'm not sick anymore and I don't sound like every e-girl's wet dream. I just want to be back to normal. I This is as low as I could drop it. Exactly. The problem is I can't drop it because this, like, I always talk in a higher register, so I'm always up here, and then now I'm down here, and everyone's like, "God damn, that raspy voice of yours! I would do something to that raspy voice of yours." And it's like, oh, I'm not either. It's only when I'm sick. Those accounts. I'm poking the fingers together. I'm big set. They need a throat cold for you to sound hot. That's it. Stickman. Oh my gosh, does anyone play Game and Watch? I really want to like learn how to play Game and Watch. He is so busted, but it takes so much skill. What? I think it takes a lot of skill. Hold on. How long have you been recording? Hold on, let me see. It's only been an hour. Okay. Nothing. We were just talking about self promotion and how women are awesome. Ah, femboys. No, then mm-hmm. The boys. I don't want to. I hate it. Yes, epic. Oh, yeah, Sam. I'll be right back. Oh, potty break. Oh, geez, my leg. All right. All right. I am a black person. Equipment is eating dinner. Oh, you're back. Where's Mittens in? Ugh. Let me. At times like this, I wish I just had like hours of pre-recorded game footage that I just don't use. All right, we